This is Everyday Nonsense.
Hey, what's good, man? This is your boy King Elite, man. This is Everyday Nonsense, and today I'm here with a special guest, man. It's your man, Muraad, entrepreneur of many jobs, man. We're gonna talk about one. My fault. I want you to get to it. We're gonna talk about one specifically today. He came to the table saying he'd rather do his other ventures when the other people are on board to talk about it. But today we're gonna talk about Big Wolf Media. Now, I know what it is. Some of y'all may not know what it is, so I'm gonna give this young fella right here the opportunity to, first, like I said, they know your name, but tell them something about yourself and, and let them know what we got going on here, what we're doing here today. I mean, we actually went in one of his offices, right now.
Yeah.
This is his establishment.
And I appreciate that, King Lee. I appreciate the opportunity to come on this platform and let people know what it is that I do and how we can grow and how we can be business owners and entrepreneurs.
Sure.
I know everybody has that aspect that they look at or that they are aspiring to be. But first and foremost, this is Big Wolf Media Productions. It is a photography and media company. So we do headshots, we do food photography, we do drone photography, landscape. So that's for like real estate companies. We also do, family photos, weddings, graduations. I mean, it goes on and on. I mean, you can even, have, boudoir photos. Those are the private sessions or whatever that, you can be able to book. Yeah.
And for those of y'all like me who don't know what boudoir is, what is boudoir? what is boudoir?
Those are the private sessions. Like lingerie. A lot of women do want to do something either for themselves or for their husbands or boyfriends. It's just tasteful photography. Kind of like when you think of, and this is not a sponsor at the same time.
It's not a sponsor.
It is like Victoria's Secret. When you have the little wings, the little feather wings or whatever with their lingerie. Things like that or whatever. So yeah.
So speaking of all of that, like if I had to ask, and I'm pretty sure, aspiring people out there would like to know too, like what was it about this field? Because I know you are a man of many hats. So what was it about this field that got you in this field? Like, what got you to the point you at now? Like, how do you go from an ideal to be like, this is my ideal, to like having your own office, not only for one of your business, but several of your business, but this one in particular, like you say, we want to stay on track. What was it about this that made you say, you know what, this is for me, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna venture into?
Well, I mean, it was always something that I loved. Taking photos. Even growing up, we took photos even back when you had the Polaroids. When you had the Polaroids and you were taking pictures, and everybody's saying you had to wave the Polaroid, but you really didn't have to. It developed on its own. We had nothing to do with it. Just to let y'all know that.
That's real. That's real fact.
Yeah, that's a real fact.
I did not know that.
I don't know why everybody started doing the waving thing or whatever, but that was just. I guess that was a thing that we thought that it was cool to try to dry it. It had nothing to do with it. It was developing on its own. That's the crazy thing.
That's crazy.
But growing up, we had my dad used to take a lot of pictures. He used to take a lot of pictures. He used to have his little Polaroid, his little, camcorder and things like that he utilized to be able to document, and then we lost a lot of our photos. We lost so many of our, family photos and things like that. So it kind of stuck with me. To be honest, it kind of fucked me up. And I always had in the back of my mind that I would always, whenever I took pictures, I would keep those precious. I would keep those precious. I would keep those to me because, that's something in time that you can never get back. It's a memory. It's a flash into your perspective of, how you saw that time. and everyone wants that. A lot of times we forget. A lot of times we forget things. We forget.
And that's true. My mama had a lot of pictures that we owned like when we was younger. And what's this, a flood fire? My one of my cousins, I ain't gonna name his name, I ain't trying to throw him on the bus. He made a mistake and set my mama's shed on fire. And we lost so many pictures. Like pictures you
can't get back.
Can't get it back. There's no iCloud back then. It's no way to retrieve those photos. I mean, if they done, And so I get what you're saying, like to not be able to look back and reminisce.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it kind of sucks. So to help people like yourself that provides a service that allows me not only to catch, priceless memories or out the blue memories, you can make memories. Like you said, the boom, what's it called, the boudoir?
Oh, boudoir photo.
You can do boudoir photos, and anything. I'm pretty sure you'll do anything somebody wants you to do. Like somebody look at you and say, "Hey, come take pictures of my chickens and my cows on my farm." Like you'll be out there doing livestock.
Hey, look, that's what it is.
I'm asking. So yeah.
Be honest. My staff. I got a great little staff. It's a few of us, and if we're setting something that is off site from Big Wolf Media Productions, we're going out there. Of course we would send the contract, we would send the disclosure form or whatever. Everything is still all business. But if they want to take pictures of their livestock, I've done that too. You can look on my Instagram at Big Wolf _ Media Productions, and you can look at a lot of the photography that I have on there, and I have farms on there. Okay. I have horses. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times I stop. Dead ass, I stop and I go, oh snap, look at that. That's a great photo. Literally, like about a month ago, I was driving and I saw a farm and it had donkeys on it. I was like, well shit, I'm like, they looking at me, I'm looking at them. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, so I parked, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I walked over, I'm walking, everybody looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm on a mission. You know what I'm saying? So I took pictures of them damn donkeys, and they appreciate it. They come walking over, you know what I mean? Eeyore and all them, you know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure. But on top of that, I like the animals. Pretty sure you guys out there, I know I am. I'm curious. The name Big Wolf. I mean, I'm pretty sure like the people that's watching, just as well as me.
Yeah.
What inspired you to go with that name out of all the names? What was it? Was it like this a natural calling, or is something you had to think about? Like, what was it?
Nah, I always had this liking to wolves.
Okay.
Ever since I was a kid, a lot of people was like, I'm a lion, because it's that type of thing. But you ain't the king of a jungle, you know what I mean? That type of thing, and that aspect of a wolf, because a wolf can be a lone wolf.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And also a wolf can be a leader of a pack. So I embody both of those. You know what I mean? I'm good dolo, and I'm good as a leader at the same time. So that aspect of me and my family at the same time. So the feel of me being a wolf, a lichen, the underworld movie, that type of thing.
I think we all want to be a lichen.
I'm telling you, and I do feel. I mean, literally, I also do gaming too. So the Lycan is the name, the Lycan 211.
Is your game tag?
That's my gamer tag online.
So y'all want to play games against him? His gamer tag is what again?
Oh, the Lycan 211, and it's spelled with an O, not an A.
Yeah, so the Lycan.
Yeah, and if you want to go on Twitch, it's the Gamers Corridor, and that's gamers with a Z. And then that's the platform, and then. Of course, for later date, we'll definitely sit down for that. But the Gamers Corridor is the Twitch.
Now, I don't know if he's good. So if you go now,
you'll have fun on my channel.
If you wear him out, I didn't say he was good.
You'll have fun on my channel, though. That's all I got to say. But but as far as like the wolf thing, I really feel like because I'm a big guy. I'm 6'6".
6'6".
You know what I mean?
I know you tall, but 6'6". I'm like 6'5", y'all.
Hey, look, you can see that. You can see that.
Okay, I'll lie just a little bit. I may be a little fluffy.
Yeah. But honestly though, I always felt like me, being, Big Wolf. It just came to me. It was just so natural.
And that's
what I mean?
Yeah.
It was natural. It wasn't a reach. You know, now people reach out and they're like, or they holler across the street, "Yo, Big Wolf," you know, "Big Wolf," you know, that type of jump. And you know, especially when they know what it is that I do with photography and drone photography, you know, and you know, I'm early in my stage.
You are
know?
Now. Speaking of, y'all talk about climate. I know we are in a city that a lot of people do what you do. Like they do photography, from music videos, any kind of media aspect you could think of, and you know, drone work. How do you find it complicated to maneuver through the other entrepreneurs out there, or is there something about you? Like if I was a consumer, what would be my why of choosing you over the other competitors? If you had
well, I mean, honestly, it's my energy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A lot of aspects are it comes from energy. You know, you could be a stagnated, stale individual, like, book me now. You know, it's only this amount. I'll come here and take pictures. You know, you got to be able to interact with your clients. Okay. You got to make them feel comfortable. You got to joke. You got to laugh. You know, you can't be so stagnant. You know, you got to be able to read your client. You got to be able to, almost like this interview here. Okay. You know, I'm mad comfortable right now. You know what I mean? It goes back and forth. So you got to be able to read your client, see what it is that they are wanting, and also see what it is that they don't know that they want, and kind of pull that out. You know, so what I've noticed is I'm starting to have this type of, you know, connection. You have to have the connection with the client. I'm starting to have this more of a relationship where they really feel comfortable. They trust me to do what it is that I do. You know, whether it's, you know, for coming in for a headshot, whether it is a couple's or a family photo, whether it's product photography, you know, whether it's food photography or product photography for a company, you know, real estate, you know, you have to exude, you have to be able to expel what it is that you are. You know, it's not like being fake. It's just, dude, this is what it is. You know what I mean?
So how long you think it took you in the business aspect to, like, because like I said, you did a lot of things. And dude, when I can talk about the younger thing, you started out from t-shirts, from when I can remember. And this back in like the
2003.
2003?
Yeah.
So you were doing like entrepreneurship for a minute, you know. This is not your first rodeo. So how long it took for you to understand that your real you need to be up front, like that energy need to be the upfront energy? How long it took for you to get there? Because we talking like 2003, right?
For me to realize, you know, my energy and the things that, dude, it took some years, because I really didn't even know. Like, I graduated high school 2002. You know,
we little
shout outs. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to, you know, New Hanover High. You know, New Hanover High School
and Pender High. Don't let
I used to go to. Look. I came from Pender High.
Yeah.
You know, before moving to Wilmington to graduate from Hanover. So shout outs to Pender High also. You know, got that love too.
Yeah.
But it took a while. Before I actually realized what it is that where I'm gonna be, like who I am, that type of thing. This type of, you know, realization didn't come about until not even a few years ago, even though I've been doing business for years, right? Because it takes a while to harness your craft.
It do. I'm gonna tell you what's funny. And not off track. Oh, I thought I could move this down so I can't. Not off track. Sorry about that, people. You see me fool with my mic. Not off track, but kind of on track. I mean, I remember a time, and I'm pretty sure you can remember a time. And this goes for everybody who's in the field of entrepreneurship. Like, it's something you need to understand. You need to listen. There was a time when this dude did t-shirts. People laughed at it. Be real, they laughed at it. He had the entrepreneur spirit, and people couldn't follow it. It may be like you didn't know the tools that you know now. You didn't have all the answers that you have now. But the fact that when you first started, it wasn't accepted by everybody, so people look like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
You know, that was back in, he said, 2003. I mean, we're now here, and I wish I could turn this camera around. I don't got no camera crew or nothing like that to show y'all, but I do have pictures I will upload. We're in his office. One of his offices. This is not the office. So it show you how you can go from, it's kind of like the what's my guy named did FUBU, and like Dean Dash or FUBU. It's kind of, and I know we not at that point where they probably like we ain't there yet, but success is here. Like I tell everybody, the reason why you on this show because success is already present. Same thing I told when I talked to him. Same thing, success is already present. You here. We're talking about these people who have these dreams, aspirations, and things that they want to conquer. But not only that, they know how to step out their own way so they can actually make it happen. And I feel like your story that I know is a testimony in its own. You know, I was there for the T-shirt. I remember life is deep.
Life is deep.
Life is still deep. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You feel me?
People still asking about them T-shirts, man. I told them I'll be bringing them back for the new year or whatever. You know,
fact.
2022.
You know what you should do?
Yeah.
You should put all your successes on the back of them. That's what I would do. Put life is deep on the front, and I put all my successes on the back of them. And I tell them every other year I'm gonna upgrade it because you know I'm gonna keep doing more. And I tell people that every year I'm gonna upgrade them, I'm gonna keep doing more. Yeah. Life is deep, and I'm gonna show you how deep my life get because I'm gonna show you the success. It's like you're making a map. You're making a map for the dreamer.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I like about you guys.
Like
you know what I mean? You're making a map for the dreamers. You showing them, like you said, you're a wolf, right? You either can run on your own or be a leader. Sometimes running your own is being a leader because you're setting an example for other people to follow.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk too much. I'm here to interview him.
I like
you
that.
Know what I mean?
I like that. See, that's why we vibe good, you know, and to be honest, you know, coming from a family of entrepreneurs.
Facts. I agree with that.
You know, my brother doing major things. You know, you say he was on the show earlier. I'm pretty sure we're gonna wind up being. I'll come back again.
Of course,
you know, to do something. You know, like a combo with my brother and I.
And let me say this: unfortunate people, he was not on the actual podcast platform like this one, but he was on the show. So if you ever want to see him, just want to give him his plug. You can go to ed_9cents on Instagram. That's where you'll find my page. I have the video uploaded there, and also Cloud Architect
Staffing North
Carolina on Instagram. You also can find him on his page if you want to find it there. I just want to put it out there, but it's not on the actual platform of the podcast like this one, but it will be.
Indeed.
You continue. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah. But my brother, you know, amazing guy. You know,
older, younger.
I'm the older one. He's the younger one. But you know, as far as you know. We always battle. We always go back and forth, like who it would be the oldest, you know, because it's kind of like this. It's a positive rivalry. Okay. You know, my brother always keeps me on my toes when it comes to certain things. You know, brothers keeper.
Yeah, of course.
And I do the same thing. You know, so we always have this, opportunity to make sure to check each other. Just put it that way. It's a brotherly check. You know, we go through that also at the same time. Yeah, of course. Yeah. You know, and I mean, amazing guy. I'm pretty sure you're gonna wind up, getting to his information and interviews and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure this is not gonna be the only time that we're gonna be doing this.
Oh no, because you're gonna keep creating, and that's what I know about you. So
I like that.
As long as you keep creating, and I'm here, and I'm here. I'm like I guess I always been like the media type entertainment guy out of the group of guys that we
facts.
So it's like it only makes sense that I'm here to talk because I always run my mouth. You know?
Yeah, he always do run his mouth. Always has. But for good reason and good measure. Though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This platform that you got, man, is fantastic. It's only going to grow bigger.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. It's been a journey, but you know, this is your journey we're talking right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely been a journey. So. Now we got Big Wolf. I wish I could talk about more, but he kind of got me on a leash here, guys. Like it's so much because I want y'all to see, and I guess it'll come in other episodes. I want y'all to see the greatness of somebody who stayed determined. If he allowed me, if you could hear this man's testimony, the things he went to get the point he at now, it would fucking shock you. And I know some people don't cuss on their platform, but I do.
Yeah.
When y'all start paying me big bucks, if y'all start paying me big bucks, then I won't cuss no more. But I cuss no more. But no, it will fucking blow your mind if you understood the things that he went to get here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because people don't know that part of the story. It ain't my story to tell. Yeah. But people don't know what you had to give up, endure, and go through just to be here.
Yeah.
And if they knew that part of the story, you understand every time you see a celebrity that made it like T.I. or I ain't gonna say T.I. I don't know his story, but it's been plenty of people who say they went through hell and hot water to get to what they call their success. You understand this man went through it himself. Like I said, it's not my story to tell, but it's amazing. You know what I mean? It's amazing. I know it. I know it's amazing. I mean, anytime he want to tell you, he may want to tell us.
Yeah, we definitely can do it. In-depth
conversation. I say, yeah. You know what I mean?
This right here is probably gonna have to be 100-part series.
100-part series. But even then, even if he do it on his own platform and he allowed me to share it on my platform, I'm sure this don't have to be the tell-all statement. But I just want y'all to know that it takes a lot to get to where you want to go. So when you run into a speed bump, don't let that first speed bump deter you. And tell you not gonna get there, because you can get there if you stay focused, if you stay committed to your true self and understand why you're doing what you're doing and understand what you're shooting for or going for. I feel like you'll get there. I watch you do it. Like I watch you do it, man. You know what I mean? But we still in here because we ain't done with this media talk. You told them what you do. You told them how we got the name. But it's a lot of things we ain't talk about. We don't got to go into like prices and stuff like that. They'll get to that once they come find you.
Right. That's
the information they search for. But how can they find you? Websites and
All right, so you can find me at bigwolfmediaproductions.com. That'll take you to the website. You can also find me at bigwolf_media productions with an S. Both of them are with an S at Instagram. You can also Google to find where I'm at. The studio is located at 201 North Front Street. That's here in Wilmington. And the suite number is 305. You can always call, you can always email if you want to set up any type of session. I mean, we always got sessions going on. We got a lot of things to come. I'm definitely working with several different people, also working with Everyday Nonsense. We got projects that we talking out right now. So it's many things. It's endless. If you have a list that's limited, you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. If your list is like, all right, this is my list, bing, bam, boom, and then that's it. It's like you're not doing enough. You really gotta look. Your list should be like the honey-do list. With your lady. Like the list that never ends. You like, God dang, how in the world my list like one of the damn Dead Sea Scrolls? You know what I'm saying? Like the shit just fall out and just keep rolling. It keep going, right? You never get to the end. That's how I feel like your list has to be. It has to be endless. Even if you feel like you don't know what you're doing, even if you feel like you cruising, because sometimes you're gonna get to that point where you're cruising. Like you're like, damn, what am I doing? Like what you're doing is that time that you are cruising is the time that you are needing for realization. Like you are realizing you're supposed to be, you're still cruising till you meet a certain individual, whether you're networking, whether you're just out talking to people, whether you're just doing your product services or you're just your services, or if you're online or what have you. It's to the point where you do have where it seems like you're like I said, like you're cruising. You are definitely needing to have that reflection time, in a sense, to see where it is where you are and where you're going.
And remember we talked earlier, because of course, before we get to any podcast or any kind of stage like this, we communicate. And it was funny because I woke up this morning and I wanted to be great. I said I want to be great today. And this is literally how it went. Like this ain't no what you call it though. Like this man should have been. I interviewed one time in the past, but this is like the do-over, because so much more stuff that has
it's transpired
since then. Yeah. But I woke up this morning wanted to be great. So I called two other guys who I know that they wake up every morning the same way. They want to be great. They want this day to be better than the next day. And so we talked about communication one point in time. Communication and being able to work with other people and and use your infrastructure to help other infrastructure to get to where they want to go. And I feel like this is like the perfect example of that. Like not only do it's good for Muraad to actually be up here and talk about his business, it's good for me as well. You know what I mean? Because I'd rather talk to people who have something to give the world, tips, drive. Like somebody may watch this and have the same visions you have. And this may inspire them to understand, stop saying I'm going to do and do it.
Yeah.
Because that's what it boiled down to. I said on this podcast idea for me and my homeboy Big Mike, said an idea for like a year, maybe a year and a half. Didn't do anything with it until one day we was like, we ran into my, big shout out to Jay the Letter, I don't gotta say his full name, but Jay the Letter, we ran into him and he was like, why talk about it, let's just do it. You need people like that in your corner, man.
Yeah.
You need that gas, This guy been the gas a long time in my corner. And vice versa, me with him, we bounce ideals off each other. But it's like, these couple of years, he been more the gas than me. And not because he tried to be the gas, because he just kept going his own direction. And I got to see that. No matter what he do, and I tell this dude, hey, maybe you need to do this. He look at me like, nah, that's not it. And keep going in that direction. Then the shit look tough, and I'm like, yo, my nigga, you need to do this. He's like, nah, that ain't it. And no matter what I said to this guy, he would not listen to me because he was in the zone. This man had tunnel vision. This man knew that if he had a goal that he's going to get to, and nothing was going to stop him. Yeah, that's the type of determination you need to actually get to where you're going.
And you know what? To add to that, a lot of times, things happen by design, but yet happen by accident.
Okay, I'm listening.
And the crazy thing is, when like they say, don't aspire to be great or aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference. Okay. Right. Gotcha. So when I wake up in the morning, I do think, how do I make a difference? Right. Mm-hmm. And that leaves it open to how do I make a difference in my life? How do I make a difference in other people's lives? When I wake up, I'm grateful. It was a point where, like, I lost my gratefulness, and I didn't even realize I lost it. Somebody had to pull my coattail to let me know, and it was in a business meeting. It was a business meeting, like this was a business deal. This was, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, like, I had to cut the meeting short. I'm like, bro, we was in there like a good 45 minutes. What do you mean? I thought that was the time that we had. It's like, no, bro. He's like, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. You had some, you had some negativity around you or whatever. Bro. I couldn't continue. I cut the meeting short. I'm thinking like, yo, what do you mean? Like, but I had to think. I had felt negative. I felt.
Oh, so you felt it?
Yeah, I felt it. And it wasn't like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, like, why are you talking shit to me? You know what I mean? Like fuck you type shit. No, it was on some grown man shit. Like, bro, we were vibing, and then you were just off. And I didn't realize until he really told me. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like be real with me. Like,
like
keep it 100. Keep it 100, no, for real. And he's like, yo, he said, bro, you had this negativity around you, and you telling me all of this about you losing money, or you're hemorrhaging money, or certain situations where your money is being taken from you in a sense, but you lost your gratefulness. I know you say that you're humble and you're thankful and all of this kind of stuff, but bro, you're not grateful. I'm like, what the fuck?
So at first it kind of irritated you.
I was like, what the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? And I had to think about it. They said, bro, in this pandemic, you complaining about all the money that you're losing, like a lot of money, with certain things that you're doing business aspect wise. But there are people who are not making any money to lose. They're not making the money to lose. You making the money to lose, bro. You're not grateful. And I'm like, bro, I was like,
yeah, and it's funny how,
bro, it hit me though.
Yeah, it hit you, and it's funny how things can hit you when you're not, because you're not.
I wasn't focused on that little aspect, bro. It's something that I lost, and it was something that I had for a long time. You could be humble, you could be thankful, you could be appreciative. You could thank you, Lord, thank you, Most High. Stay in that positive energy, but you can still be negative. You can still be negative, and I didn't realize that, and it hit me. And I was like, oh shit. I'm thinking about it. I'm not grateful. Because had I been grateful, I would not be complaining, even though my back is against the wall, bro. I feel like I can't even breathe right, just because I feel like I'm drowning in everything that's going on. But then I had to realize I have something to lose. Most people don't even get it.
Yeah, they don't got nothing to lose. Yeah.
So I immediately turned that around, bro. And within 2 days, two days, I would say 3, but 2 days, I changed that whole perspective in my mind.
Got you.
I changed that whole perspective. I went in, I opened up the clock, I pulled a few cogs out of it, I put some fresh ones in and changed it up. And I was like, look, man, no, I'm going to be grateful.
Okay. I'm
going to be grateful about what it is that I have. And that's when everything changed even more. Everything started exceeding the last day. So every morning I wake up grateful, and I'm like, yo, I'm grateful that I have this, and what can I do to inspire others and to help others.
To be great. Now you speaking on aspire, right? I got a question for you. Now I want you to think about it for your answer. So we're gonna go with 3 different stages. We're gonna say the beginning stage, right? And we're gonna say, let's say the middle, but then let's say somewhere towards the end. Not really the end, but somewhere towards the end, because I feel like when you're a true creator, you're never at the end, right?
Right.
So for the people out there in the social media world, I want you to give some advice to all 3 of those stages. Like bring up speed bump, they're gonna run into, and then give them your, just your, professional opinion, or give them your professional or just your personal experience, how they should deal with that, or maneuver through that.
Okay.
And we're gonna do that for all 3. So we're gonna say beginner stage, when somebody first started being a creator, and then they have an ideal, and things that they will be hit with because you've been hit with them. On the middle stage, when you in the middle, you in the meat of it.
Right.
And you got to push through the other side. And I ain't gonna say the end, because I feel like you're never at the end when you're the creator, but that coasting stage, when you're coasting and you feel like everything is together.
And everything is kind of okay.
Like
well, the beginning stage, I would say that is like inspiration, and aspiring to be something. And I'm gonna give you the definition of aspire. It's direct one's hopes or ambitions towards achieving something. So when you are directing what you want, like, this is my hope and my dream, your dream board, everyone should write a dream board. Everyone should write and put a dream board. That is no bullshit. That's no cap. This is what you see every day. You have in front of you every day. It's kind of like, I'm gonna give you an example. Okay. When you're driving, for the ones who are drivers. Yeah. Whenever somebody go, hey, so and so, or you looking out the window at something, right? When you turn to look, the first thing that happens is what? You drive in that direction. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. You look, oh snap, they go to a Cheeseburger Hut, or I just made up some shit, Cheeseburger Hut. All of a sudden, you're turning to that location. Yeah. You're not driving in the opposite direction. You're driving in the direction that you're looking, right? So you need to do the same thing when you're aspiring to be something, or are inspired by something. You put up that dream board. You see it every day. You can get a poster. You can start cutting out clippings of, man, this is the car that I want. Man, this is that type of house that I want. This is the kind of mortgage that I'm looking for. Or this is what I'm trying to rent until I get this right here. You know what I mean? This is what I want to make. This is the money I want to make. The more you look at that every day, the more you see it every day, the more you drive into that direction.
I like that. That's dope. So you would say advice is to understand your aspirations and your goals, and then beyond that point, the physical thing they should do in their life is get some kind of dream board.
Indeed.
So they can see that and every day.
Something that they see every day. It could be your journal. It could be your diary. It could be something on your phone where you see every day where you're like, all right, this is what I'm doing. It could be like Steve Harvey said. I think it was Steve Harvey. He said he put it on his shout out to Steve Harvey.
Screensaver, right?
Yeah, a screensaver.
I did it
or
before.
wallpaper.
I did it before.
But
it was self-motivation.
Dude, it's self-motivation because you're on your phone every day, right? Like, what do I see? Like, what's on mine right now?
Amazing, beautiful picture of It's shut down on me.
Oh, it is.
Like the ocean boats. Did you take that?
A boat. I took this photo.
That's a good photo.
You know,
I ain't gonna
I don't know if y'all
lie.
can
That's a
see
good
that.
photo. Right?
I don't know if y'all can
Not that
see
far
that.
away, but that's a good photo.
You know what I mean? Like a yacht, a boat.
Is that something you want, or
oh yeah, that's something I want. That's something I'm moving towards. I'm gonna buy myself a boat.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy myself a boat.
Fact.
I've already put it out there. You know, I already
universe?
said, hey, look, I put it into the universe. Like when you put these things constantly out there, it's like rubbing a genie lamp.
Yeah, facts. Now we're come. That's the first stage. So the middle stage is somebody who's what we say.
Oh, I forgot to put this on. I forgot to put this on the first stage of aspiring. You're gonna get that inspiration. You're gonna get that. You're gonna see it every day. You're gonna put it in front of you to see every day. This is what you want, and you're gonna push forward. Whether you work a 9-to-5 job, whether you don't have a job, whether you're in between jobs, whether you are, at that point where you realize that just a 9-to-5 is just not gonna cut it for what you want in life. Then you get to what we would say, I guess, the second stage.
So for the second stage, man, you done made it to the point where now your vision is no longer on paper. That's how I judge the second stage. Because I think until your vision stay on paper, you still at first. Now your vision is off paper, and you met with all the whatever it is. You know what I mean? Because just because your vision off paper don't mean you got an office, don't mean you got a location. Right. You gotta think about. So I want you to take yourself back to your business when the multiple ones you got once they launched off of paper and they was in the what you call it?
The
now
stages of making it now the transition.
Like
the transition is where you're gonna have those speed bumps and hiccups.
Okay.
Excuse me. You're gonna have that because you're gonna meet people that's gonna tell you that it's not gonna work. That's going to be the stage. It's going to be that transition from your dream board and what you like, because everybody's going to be like, yeah, you like this, you want this. Yeah, we're going to be rich, we're going to be wealthy, but no one knows how to get there. Everybody's looking at it, they're viewing it, but they don't know how to achieve it. So when you get to that transitional stage of wanting to achieve it, that's when the doubt comes into play. That's when other people come into play.
Saying something real.
Other people are going to be coming into play, and they're the ones who are going to be the dream killers, as they say, the vampires.
Yeah, it got to be dream killers.
It's always because they're there as a barrier.
But dream killers are necessary as well.
They're necessary.
I said to somebody.
They're necessary.
Sometimes you have bad dreams, somebody need to kill them.
Yo, I'm telling you. Because not all dreams, not all aspirations, not all businesses need to be factual.
Somebody would did the Hitler.
I'm saying though, I'm pretty sure when it came to Hitler, I'm pretty sure somebody was like, "Bro, I don't think that's a good idea, bro."
It's bad.
It's like, "Yo, bro, that is not a good idea, man. I don't think it's a good idea. I think you need to stop that right now.
Please.
We need to go plant a garden." But look, but that dream killer exists, and you're gonna have that throughout the stages. You're gonna have that somewhat throughout the first stage, right? Of when you're aspiring and being inspired, have inspiration of what the things that you want. You'll have that. You probably won't notice it until you get to the second stage of saying, you know what, fuck this 9 to 5. I'm willing to put my money and invest it. Then that's when you get motherfuckers in that'll be like, I don't know.
If I ask you a question, you think you forget what you about to say? I don't want you to forget it.
No, you good. You good.
How you feel about 9 to 5? So what's your personal opinion? Make it short, sweet. I want to get back to what you said. How do you, as an entrepreneur, do you feel like they ever help you?
I feel that 9 to 5s did help me. It shaped me.
Okay.
To know what the fuck I didn't need.
Okay, honestly.
You know what I mean? I'm being real because, it came to the point where I was like, look, I got tired of being fired.
So you
remember. I got tired of being fired, bro. I got tired of that.
That's funny.
We need to speak to you in the office. And you're like, what the hell? Do you go in and there's 2 managers? You know what I mean?
You already know what it is.
And you like one manager sitting down, the other one standing up. Have a seat. No. Nah, fuck that.
And was it the time when the wolf inside you was growing?
Yeah, it was growing because it literally was pounding in my chest. I'm like, yo, and it was always some discrepancy. When you get a job. When you get a job, they tell you, "Hey, we're looking for someone that's a well-rounded person. We're looking for somebody that's gonna, be a leader and all this." And you write that down. Why should we hire you? Skills. You know what I mean? And then when you fucking do that shit, they get jealous and they get mad and they're like, "Nah, this motherfucker's trying to take my job. He coming for me."
Now,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, being with that soul that it inspires you.
Yeah.
Do it helps you in your transition when you start hiring people? Do you think that you got a different aspect of how you would treat your employees what?
Yes. I'm still boss. I'm still boss. Because this is my business. This is my baby. This is how I make money. This is one of the ways I make money. But yeah, I know what it's like to be on the other side. Mm-hmm. So I structure things so that it doesn't have to go down that road. You know what I mean? That type of road where it's like awkward. It's like, you're late because of blah, blah, blah. I understand business aspect. I understand that. I get it why they set these in place at these jobs, because there's some people that just show up and just give you some bullshit ass excuse. Yeah. My dog died. Man, I don't give a fuck about your dog dying, bro.
But it was a family member, though.
You know what I'm saying? It was a family member, but how close were they? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
But it's funny you say this because I want to say something. Like, to me, when I thought about business, and I know people, I ain't gonna let him finish the second thing. He gonna finish. He said he won't forget. It's his fault. It's his fault. Like, he said he wasn't gonna forget. But when I thought about business, the thing that scared me is the taxes. Like the business aspect, get out of the work for somebody world and jump into the business world. There's so many fruits that I hear that's in the business world that you can do tax write-off for et cetera, the way you move money, the way you spend money. Like, to me, that always scares me. It sounds good to other people. Like, if you get a business, you can do this, that, and that. But my fear was always I'm gonna get there and mess something up. I ain't used to it. So when you ain't used to it, you ain't used to it.
See, but this is the thing, and you're right. Our culture. Recently, and I'm gonna say recently, are not used to it, because if you date back, history, our people were always business owners. Mm-hmm. That stopped, 50 to 75 years ago. We were always business entrepreneurs. Trade and business and all of that kind of stuff. Do your history. Okay. Do your history. Don't let these history books tell you stuff that is not factual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do your own history. You'll realize our people, melanated people has always been great. That's why we have to deal with the struggle. But that's a whole other concept right there. That's a whole other one.
Now look, before he get too far gone, we still on stage 2. That's when your dream comes off the paper. He said that's when you run into the most speed bumps that you're gonna run into on stage transition. You call it transition stage.
Yeah,
when you're gonna run into the naysayers. The naysayers gonna tell you the vision you have is not really a good vision. Trust me, I've been there. You're gonna run into the opposition. That's people who try to do the same thing you do, so they're gonna try to mislead you. Yeah, and whatever else, you can tell it better than I can tell if you've been there several times.
Well, I know we're jumping back and forth. There's so much information. It's so much information when it comes to that. But jumping back onto that, and I know you're probably going to do a nice clip from this, what we were talking about, to bring that up in later conversations. But just to bring it back to the second stage, that transition, you will have those dream killers. You will have people that are going to test you, even if they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Mm-hmm. To be honest, they're not going to know what the fuck they're talking about. They are going to be talking out the side of their neck because they don't understand, and it makes them scared. Mm. Now, here it is. I remember what you were saying before. Okay. When it comes to taxes, right? These things connect. Because when it comes to taxes, everyone is so scared, right? They're so scared of making more money. They're so scared of making more money because they got to pay more taxes. Who gives a fuck about that? Think about that. Think about this. The more money you make, right, the more taxes you have to pay out, right? But the less money you make, the less taxes you have to pay out, but you still have to pay taxes. So are you willing to stay in the state that you're in, or are you willing to excel and become greater? So what? When you become rich, you got rich people bills. When you know what I mean? When you got a little bit of money, you got a little people money bill. Problems.
Yeah, problems.
You know what I mean? More money, more problems. That's more shit. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's cable bill is going to be about the same, but
Facts.
you know, when it comes to other things, you know, your light bill, your mortgage, you know, your car payments, you know, your lease or your lease rent or your, of course, your mortgage, your ventures, your investments and things like that, you know, that's going to cost more. There is more to that. When it comes to like your taxes, man, don't be afraid of that, because you know you have your tax write-offs, you know, you have your expenses, you know what I mean? And don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid, because life is about change. Life, if you're not evolving and changing, you're staying stagnant. If you're staying stagnant, you're not growing. If you're not growing, what are you doing? Are you just existing, or you're living?
Good question. I like that.
I aim to live, bro. I aim to live. I don't aim to just stay stagnant and just, well, poo.
Right. How many times?
You know, what is that?
Igor.
Yeah, Eeyore.
Yeah.
Poo.
Nah.
Today is like real fucked up for me. Nah, I'm not about to be in my feelings. I'm about to keep it moving.
But be in your feelings though for a second. How many times people told you couldn't do it?
Oh my God.
How many times people told you was what you doing was a waste of time? Your ideals don't add up.
All the time. All the time. Even to today.
I believe it.
That transition starts the naysayers. It starts the naysayers.
How does that make you feel, first and foremost? Like, let's be honest.
You feel betrayed as fuck. I thought you was on my side. You know what I mean? I gotta get insurance for someone to be on my side. You know what I mean?
So it really do hurt when somebody first that you think that, hey, you supposed to be with it. They be like, yo, that's dumb. That's stupid.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's hard, because then you see people for who they are.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
It is. I get that.
You're like, bruh, we've been friends for this long. We've been you my sister, you my brother, you my cousin. You supposed to have my back.
You my cousin to them.
You know what I mean? You my grandma. You know what I mean? You hating on me. It can come from wherever, and will come from wherever, because only you see the vision. See, when the Most High, when the universe, when God, you know, give you something, everyone has a task. Everyone has something. Crazy. Whether you're inspiring someone through your speech, whether you are inspiring someone through your aspirations and your business goals, or whether you are a business owner, or you're a coach, or you are the best janitor ever. You know, it doesn't matter the level, right? You're there for a reason. There's a reason. You have to find your reason. And in order to find your reason, you have to want something.
And I like that. And I want to tell you something, man.
Yeah.
That ass dealt you up and everything. I love you because you found your reason.
Hey, bro, I love you too,
I mean?
Bro. Appreciate that.
I love you because you found your reason.
Appreciate that.
And that's something I think that a lot of us don't do. We don't find our reason. You know, I found my reason. You found your reason. But it allows us to actually... It allows us to be those, to the cogs in the clock. We call it the
cogs. Yeah, the cogs in the wheel. Yeah.
It allows us to play our part, and by playing our part, it allows us to project each other to the point where we need to be at.
Yeah.
So we can do what was laid upon us to do from Jump Street.
And a lot of times you don't realize it until you meet other people.
And that's true. Because sometimes it takes this person to bring that out of you in the center of
that you would have never noticed. You're like, man, this shit is not working. Like, network. And then you realize, damn, this person is the missing cog, the missing key. This person is what I need. You know what I mean? Or I need this person to inspire me better, because I'm starting to lose faith in myself.
And you know another big key too that I think that everybody need to hear? Belief is big. But when you notice something, when you truthfully notice, sometimes connections, bonds, and love do get in the way sometimes. Because I can love a person to death and I keep putting them in a driver's seat, but they're not a driver. You put them in the driver's seat, but because I rock with you and I love you, I put you in that driver's seat. And I don't treat you as what I know you are, but I try to give you a bigger task than, you know, what you're capable of. So sometimes we got to learn how to maneuver things around for business. Like, say for instance, this man wanted an artist to draw pictures, but he loved me to death. Hey, you know, do my artwork, but I can't draw. But because he rocks with me, he gonna keep putting me up there and man do my artwork, and his wolf gonna look like a donkey every time.
A big wolf.
You know. So what I'm saying is, sometimes we gotta learn how to maneuver.
Yeah.
Take our personal life and be like, this is my personal life, and this is who you are. This is who you are to me in my personal life.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to my business, I can't jeopardize my vision because I love you.
Right.
And a lot of times we have a problem with that.
Yeah.
You jeopardize your business because I love you. I'm gonna jeopardize what I have going.
Yeah.
Because I love
that's
you.
a big.
Can't
That's
do
a
that.
big thing.
I've done it before. That's what I'm speaking on.
Yeah, I've
Like,
been there before.
You can't do that.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to be real, because
Mm-hmm.
you know, you do want to place people in a position, you know, because how you feel about them. You know, you want to put them there. I'm pretty sure that there's many stars
Mm-hmm.
that has done that. You know, put their cousin, the fuck
security.
up as the security. You know what I mean? They keep letting the groupies through. You know, like man, keep them away. I'm trying to tell you, I'm married. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And because, you know, and that's just not his job and what it entails. You know,
That's not his reason.
That's not his reason. And my thing is to really, even though you want people in position, find out what it is they're good at.
Facts.
And then build up around that with them. You know, like, just like for that example, you wouldn't want somebody that ain't security to be your security. You know, he weighs 80 pounds, but you're gonna, you know, soaking wet, but yet you're gonna have insecurity. You about to get rushed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Let's
just keep it 100.
He about to be the weapon they used to beat you.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna beat you with him. You know what I mean? just on GP.
Yo,
but the fact of, you know, find out what it is that they're good at, and pay for what you need.
True.
Pay for what you need. I tell my family this all the time. You know, friends, my brother. You know, pay for what you need. If there's somebody that can do the job 100, pay them.
You know,
pay them for that, because if it's your baby, if this is your craft and this is your business and this is what you take serious, then you need to pay someone. You need to pay someone to do it professionally, whether it is family or whether it is someone else. You need to pay them, because if you don't and you just put somebody in position, you will fail.
And it's funny that you say that, because shout outs to Shots by Nature, my man Eugene Bennett. You know what I mean?
What's going on, Eugene?
I got to give him a shout out, because that's who made that reservate to me. Like, he sunk that home with me. I was the king of not paying for nothing. Give me the free trial.
Yes.
Give me the free this. Like somebody will tell me.
Oh, man.
Like, they'll look at me and say, you need to buy this, to make what you want better. And I'll be like, okay, so what's the free alternative?
Yeah, exactly.
That was my
I get a free
mindset.
7 days on this one. You know what I mean?
And one day, man, not one day, many a days, he said this to me. I watched this man, nothing. I'm just bring it up. I seen him do his thing. He did his thing, right? But he always told me the same thing you just said. He said, dude, pay for it. Like, he'll hear me. I'll be talking to him like I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah.
I didn't do this. Hey, man, you probably need this app, blase. You're going to need that. And I'm like, And I'm like, how much is it? He said, if you really believe in what you're doing, you'll pay for it. Yeah. And, you know, and it's funny. So you saying the same thing. So a lot of people need to understand that. Like, you can't get no. Peep this out. It's real. And I know you can contest to this. If I'm saying it wrong, tell me I'm saying it wrong. But what I have learned from this industry, no matter if you're on my side of the fence when you're doing entertainment, or you're on his side of the fence, you providing a service, you're gonna have to pay for things. Clean and cut, you're gonna have to pay for things.
To come out your pocket.
You're gonna have to, bro. and from equipment to advertisement to whatever, however you look at it, like
the sound guy. It don't even matter.
You gotta come out your pocket. So I think it's better to get used to it now, than to wait and try to get used to it later. Just go ahead and own it. And y'all may not
make yourself too.
and y'all may not believe it. This man you're looking at right now, I know you can't see his whole face. You need to slide it somewhere. This guy you're looking at right now, and I promise you this, and y'all gonna look at me years to come, and this right here gonna be an epic episode, because you're gonna see it's true. Him and I are definitely gonna be exactly where you want to be in the years to come. And I know it's gonna be like, yo, I seen the episode when he said that. And it's gonna be crazy, because this is how everybody do it. They do it from here. Like I said, they get it from the mud, they do it from here.
Yeah.
They literally start, and before you know it, they're on a syndicated TV show, a syndicated radio channel, or they just the world biggest known about to throw the wrong media company. I'm about to say, you know, but literally we're gonna be there, and I want people to see it. I want people to understand that. Hopefully there'll be a new me starting from the mud, doing exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Talking to the new him, starting from the mud, doing exactly what we're doing, and we constantly keep growing our brand.
Yeah.
Constantly keep growing who we are as a people, showing that we have other talents and just rapping. You know, we have a lot of pods, just rapping or playing basketball. Man, we are photographers out here. Yeah. We are florists out here. You have media people, you have well site people to build well sites. Anything you could possibly think of, I promise you, man, we do it.
That's facts.
And it's the truth, we do it. This man whole family is entrepreneurs, and I know that because I know his family.
Yeah.
Now I don't want y'all to think that I'm interviewing him because I know his family. No, I'm interviewing him because success is already present. Anybody y'all ever see me interview, success is already present. This man already made it. You feel me? He's a made man. You're a made man, bro. No matter how nobody else look at it, I'm telling you, he already made it. So like I said, if you're on this platform, you know what it is, man. Look out for Big Wolf, man. Big Wolf Entertainment is it. Big Wolf Media. Yeah, entertainment.
It's still an entertainment. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. We aspire to be great. We still ain't at the end of the road.
Never will be.
We're still, you know.
You're a creator.
Exactly. It's still going. Yeah. It's still building. We're building an empire here, guys.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hey, man, move that mic, man. He don't gotta talk no more, man. Just move that mic so they can see your face entirely, man. This is my boy, man. Muraad in the building, man. This has been a great episode, and I'm just cutting it short now because, man, anything else, y'all got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
You got to pay for it.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you being here today. I appreciate being in your office today. You know what I mean? You on my platform. I'm in your office. You see how we do that?
Yeah.
You see how we
There's going to be more to come, though. I already know, man. There's going to be more to add to this, man. I appreciate being here.
Dang. You know what? It's funny.
What?
I know I'm into this, but he got one more thing to tell y'all. Because we did stage 1 and stage 2.
Oh, man.
And it's funny how I almost did it to y'all, because the people who was really in tune to what he was saying, y'all would have been mad at me. Because I'm in it. But for where you at currently right now, in your position, we're going to talk about the position you in right now. And before we leave, we're going to end it on you, okay? The position you in right now. What is the speed bumps that you're facing right now? And how will you explain to people to conquer them? Because now you surpassed the transition.
Right.
You at the now.
Okay, so the transition, what we were just saying, from 1 to 2, right? The transition, everybody looks at them as the haters, right? Let them be your motivators. That's serious shit. Let them be your motivators. Let them tell you what you can't do, so you can show them what you can do.
Facts.
Okay, and I had a quote that I had. It's actually on my Instagram.
So Instagram?
But I wrote it with my, I did a little photography or whatever, and then I put it on there because I be feeling inspired every day. I wake up every morning. I put on YouTube platform, to be honest, motivation or motivational speeches every morning. I play it, and it gets me riled up. The Les Browns. The Zig Ziglars, the Jim Rohns, the Eric Thomas, E.T., you know what I mean? That's my boy right there, Yeah. And even you, my brother Omar, I get inspired, even my mom, and there's other aspects, there's other people in my life that really inspire me to keep going. But this quote, I said, in your lifetime, don't just be good at what you love to do, but be great at it. This is a major key to everlasting success.
And that's facts, people.
Okay? So in your lifetime, your life, right? Don't just be good at what you love to do. Because anybody and everyone loves to do things.
True.
Don't be good at it. Be great at it.
Be great.
Right? That's a major key to everlasting success, because you're going to need that. You're going to need to remember why you love what you love, because you will be tested in that transition from 2 to 3. From the haters telling you that you can't do something. Oh man, don't do it like that. You can't do it like that. You can't. Can't doesn't exist.
I failed, so you gonna fail.
Yeah, I failed. I done did that.
Yeah, I done did that.
I know you're doing it a little bit different, but I already done did that, man. I've been there, done that. Yeah, it's cool to take advice, but it may or may not apply to you.
That's true.
And
I like that. That's what we're gonna give right now, man. Hey, man.
So I'm gonna say that.
Go ahead.
So the transition from 2 to 3 in success, the speed bump there is, of course, finances is always going to be that transition from 2 to 3, from the naysayers to actually making it physical, like you physically doing this. You know, it's always going to play a part. So that's why I said a 9 to 5 is important. You use that to fund what you're trying to do. So use that as a building platform. Use that as a funding source, because not everybody can get crowd sharing money or capital. You know, I'm telling you, because you know, capital and grants and loans and things, you may not be in that position to be able to do that, because I mean they scrutinize you bad. You know, I've yet to have a grant or a loan or capital. You know, I had to build, you know, what I've built from the ground up out of my own pocket. You know what I mean? And that's the hardest thing, you know, transitioning. So you got to have that mindset of never giving up in yourself, because sometimes you'll doubt yourself and lose faith. But utilize your haters as your motivators to be like, whoa, you hating because there's something that I have that I'm doing that you see as successful and is gonna work. So I'm gonna feed off of that. While you feeding off hating on me, I'm gonna feed off you hating on me.
Yeah, facts.
And I'm gonna keep it going. And I'm gonna use it like a slingshot. And I'm gonna slingshot myself ahead. So now you utilize whether you have your capital, your loan, your grants, whether someone is investing in you or what have you, or if you're pulling out of your pocket, you can use that 9 to 5 to help fund what it is that you're doing, right? To get you where you need to be. Don't go giving up your 9 to 5 like, man, fuck a 9 to 5. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. And then you sitting there broke, the bills is coming, the lights shut off, the water shut off. You know, it's hard to think that way.
You true.
You know what I mean?
You got too much other stuff to focus on.
You got too much stuff to focus on. So keep it going. You know, put that in the back burner, have that still cooking up in a sense. And you know, once you get to there, allow the money that you're making, no matter how much it is or how little it is, put a little bit over, save it. Be like the old folks, you know, when they say put your money in a jar and bury it in the ground, and you know, months later, you know, like almost like a time capsule. You pull it out and you got $50. But in a sense, you know, set that aside in your savings. Don't touch it. You know, and know that, look, this is my goal. I'm looking at my dream board. This is my goal. This is where I'm getting at. I have to keep saving to get to where I need to be. And these naysayers are telling me I can't do it, so I'm pushing myself forward to do it. Then everything starts to come into play. You start rubbing shoulders with people who are either doing what you're doing, or you rub shoulders with people who are just successful. You know, go to these networking functions. You know, look out and say, hey, look, networking functions in my city. And start going to them. Because guess what? You'll never be more successful than the people that you are around.
And that is such a true statement, brother. I swear it is.
You know? Yeah. So if I'm rubbing shoulders with JoJo and Roscoe and Billy and Robert, and it doesn't matter who they are or what ethnicity, if I'm rubbing shoulders with someone that's doing no better than I am, I will never excel. So I want to be where the millionaires are. I want to be where people are successful.
You want to be in their network. And that's what people don't realize. The word network go a lot deeper than what you think it does. Because you can network with people. But being in somebody's network means that you either a name, face, or a business that they are familiar with. So now you allow yourself to be inside of the network.
Indeed.
You made it in
their circle.
In their circle.
And who they know.
And then once you provide a good service or whatever it is you're good at, then your name will literally bounce around like ping pong. Exactly. It'll be going around the walk wrong. Before you know it, you're no longer a name in the midst of the circle. You're a part of the circle.
Fact.
And that's where people miss the mark at.
Yeah, they do miss that mark. You're right.
They miss the mark.
You hit that right on the nose. That is right.
And man, that's what we doing here today, man. But you ain't gonna look. I know more than I know that you got this dude making me treat him like an onion. You know how onion got different layers. He's not letting me get everything on one. Like he literally was like, hell bent, you can't get everything on one. This dude got so much stuff going. Man. He got so much stuff. He got so many businesses that just actually are successful. He got different businesses. So the crazy thing about it, you're gonna see this guy again. And the next time you like, didn't I just see that guy? Ain't that a guy from Big Wolf Media? And it will be. But he's gonna have a whole other company that he's talking about. Yeah. Because it's already successful. And that's the funny thing about it. You know what I mean? It's real. Like, and I know y'all may think I'm capping, but this dude, it's not even his first baby. This is why this not even third, fourth, and the other baby still exists. This one I'm trying to tell y'all. So it's not like I had an ideal and then I killed and I had an ideal. No, this is a third or fourth baby, and the other ones are assisted and making money. As a matter of fact, it's probably not your highest grossing one, is it?
No.
Do you see what I'm saying? But we're here talking about this one. It's not even his highest grossing company, and it's crazy. You know, it's crazy.
I'm just grateful and fortunate, man.
I am, and I'm glad you gave that spiel about being grateful. Now that was dope how you put that in there. You know what I mean? But this is the end, people. I ain't getting you no more. I'm done. This man got things to do. I'm stopping him from working. I got things to do.
Oh man,
hey man,
thank you for having me.
I know. I'm glad you came, man. Definitely, man. I'm
I
definitely glad you
appreciate
came, man.
Everyday nonsense.
Everyday nonsense.
Know,
it's your boy King Lek in the building. It's your boy Muraad.
Muraad, Big Wolf Media Productions. Don't forget, go on Instagram.
Baby.
Follow on Instagram. These are cards right here.
You see me?
You know what I mean?
Let me see me get that. Oh, you can see that real good. Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. Boy, that look good.
That look good, don't it?
Yes,
Can you see the Instagram?
Yes,
say the
sir.
Instagram, so just in case you can't see it. Say it.
Yes, sir.
Say the Instagram.
Oh, the Instagram is Big Wolf _ at media. Big Wolf _ media productions. Definitely on the Instagram.
Facts.
You know,
you want them to see what you got going on, or you want them to wait? I could turn this camera around. I'm up now, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him wait. I got a lot of things. that I'm actually doing, but he's gonna have some photos. You know,
yeah, I got some photos
here and there, or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, we got a lot of things. We're in the midst of a changeover or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, I got my backdrops changing up. You know, we got things coming up for you know, New Year's. We got things going on for definitely Valentine's Day. So for your photos for Valentine's Day, you know, definitely stay tuned to the Instagram, stay tuned to Google, stay tuned to YouTube, stay tuned to the website at bigwolfmediaproductions.com. We're gonna have a lot of things on there. You can look on there and see like certain packages. Valentine's Day is coming up. You know, definitely get your photos, your sessions in, you know, with your lady, with your guy, you know, with your kids, you know, it's your little love or whatever.
But like, you know, see, you realize that my monkey hood can't see y'all and I can't neither, and that's the case, y'all can't see me no more until next time.
Hey.